How are you all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. Today we are doing another challenge video in Luck Be a Landlord, and this is the timer challenge submitted by Matt. So very simple premise, you just have to take every symbol that has a timer on it. So things like coal, Robin Hood, magpies, crows, you know, that kind of stuff. So a very simple challenge. We'll do it on, well, simple but not easy, I would suspect. Obviously checkered flag is going to be a huge pickup for us with this challenge. Robin Hoods would be great. If you saw our last video, Robin Hoods and arrows, we'd probably be able to win the challenge. Beastmasters also good, and if we could pick up something like an eldritch creature, still not. Yeah, that should make it easy enough. So let's jump right into it and hope we have a bit of luck today. We didn't have great luck in our last challenge, but today is a new day. Let's take a lockbox. Okay, and let's take cheese. And out of these, I think a coal, of course, has to be taken. Actually, if they offered us 2 coals before the first rent payment, I think that would be an automatic lose. Because I think with 2 coals, possibly 3, you can't make the first rent payment unless you pick up something that gives you 2 kinds. Okay, I don't think a thief is in the challenge. It's not really a timer. Let's take a lucky capsule and let's take a lucky cat. Okay, if we can get a really good rare early on. A cow is okay, because I'll probably pick up a few extra cats. Okay, here is an owl. It's pity, I wouldn't have minded picking up rabbit fluff there, but an owl is it. And out of these, we could pick up an anchor, I guess, has the most potential. It's got, what, a 1 in 5 chance of ending up in a corner. So technically it's worth 4 plus 8 for every 5. Let's take a, so like 1.5. Let's take the turtle there, and we made the second rent payment. Here a void stone is great, and we could take red pepper, except we have cheese. Blue pepper will be good early on. Let's take it. I feel if we get into the mid to late game, we should have a decent chance. I'll take the orange just because it's worth 2. We can also feed it to pirates. Have to take the magpie here. That's alright. Probably would have skipped there, but magpie is okay. Let's take a chemical 7 here. This cow is doing great work. Here, let's take another cat. We have lucky cat and we have a cow producing milk, so a good pick there. Okay, we could take a crab, I guess. I'm not super happy with it, but I think possibly the best out of those choices. Okay, we made the 100 rent payment with 62 left over. We're doing quite good. 150 now due in 6 spins. We didn't pick up the dwarf, so we could pick up the, let's try billionaire. We do have 2 cheese, and let's try rusty gear versus treasure map. Let's try rusty gear. It's very good and it's uncommon. We'll take a slot here. Okay, excellent. Cow producing, the cow and the cat combo is doing great. Let's, how much does a cat actually give? 9. Okay, let's take a milk. And here, let's take, we could take a shiny pebble. I think also the higher our luck, the less chance we'll be offered things like magpies and crows, because a lot of them I believe are common. So here, let's take a rain just because it's worth 2. So if we can stack our luck up, we'll be less often forced to take a crow like this. Alright, 55, that spin. We made the 150 rent payment with 100 left over. We're doing great so far. 225 due in 7 spins. We could take a hustling capsule and we could take checkered flag. Fantastic. This run is off to a great start. I think it might be a bit premature. I have to take magpie there, but this could be the first challenge we've ever won on our first go. Okay, here let's take a, how are we doing on symbols? Okay, we have quite a lot of removals. 25 per turn. Let's take one more shiny pebble. Okay, we did take this billionaire. We're hoping for a Robin Hood or something. Let's take a, will a buffing capsule be worth more than a void creature? Is our average? Probably not. I would have there, of course. Well, not by much. Let's take the coal and let's remove the flower. Do we have anything that synergizes with flowers? Oh, we have rain, I guess. We have 2 crabs. I didn't realize that. Let's remove the cherry and let's remove the pearl. I can remove these symbols if I decide. I just haven't as of yet. Let's take another hustling capsule. We are going to make this rent, so I feel safe, and in the long run it'll be worth it. So we made 225 with 92 left over, so we didn't quite scale with the rent payment, but that's okay. Let's take a 5-sided dice. No. Let's reroll. We could take a thief, but we've no way of getting rid of them. Don't want any of these. I'll take another chemical 7, and here we could take black pepper. Let's take black pepper. We should get a few kinds out of that, and a geologist is obviously great. It'd be nice if, I don't know if this is out there, please let me know if it is. Let's take an owl. I hope when I picked the geologist I wasn't offered a timer symbol. I didn't actually, it was kind of a snap pick. Let's remove, okay, we have the geologist, so they'll take out these 2. Let's remove, what does this work with? It doesn't work with crow, so I think crow is the worst symbol. And let's take out, are we ever going to pick up a mouse, I wonder? I don't know, but we could still go flowers. Of course, there's a lockbox. That's worth 3, so that's pretty good. Oh, the kind, of course. And probably the cheese after this. How are we doing? 3 spins to pick up 70. We should be okay. We could take a banana peel, but I don't particularly want to. 44 on that spin, not bad. Let's take another shiny pebble for the geologist. Okay, here let's take another hustling capsule. We should definitely, oh, pearl for the geologist actually would have been better. He's not having any luck on eating things. So we made the 300 rent payment, only 20 left over, which isn't great. 350 now due in 8 spins, so we need about 40 per spin. I'll take the magic key and I'll take, these are all terrible for me. We might be able to get cyan pepper to work. Okay, a nice hit there on the magic key, and even before that we did get 40, so we should be okay for this rent payment. I'll take a second geologist. And here I will take a golem, I think. If we can start getting the geologists going, we'll be doing okay. They'll carry us through the rest of the run. I don't want anything here. Should I take a dwarf? No. Should I take a tedium capsule? Yeah, let's try it. Okay, here I'll take another owl. How are we doing? 350 due in 2 spins, so we need about 30 per spin. We should get that with no problem. Yep. And here we'll take another removal capsule. Okay, the geologist is starting to break. So 350 with 18 left over, so basically scaled exactly the same as rent. So not great, but we now need about 50 per spin. Hopefully with the geologist. I'll take a second cow, and I could take cursed katana. Let's start removing things. Let's take out the 2 crabs. No, okay, let's take out these. Give 9 every 3 spins, so they're worth 2 each per spin. These are only worth 1, but they do improve our luck. This is worth 2, this is worth 3, slots are the best. This is worth 1, 3 every 2 spins, so it's only worth 1.5. Or you could let's take out the cheeses, they're only worth 1. This does make our billionaire worse, but hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them soon. So 50 on that spin, just about making the amount needed. 60 on that spin, okay, so we are doing okay. Let's take a crow, but let's take out the billionaire. We didn't find a way of getting rid of him, and he's just taking up a space. Hopefully this will break soon. Let's pick up a lucky capsule. That diamond will break soon, and that should definitely help us. Okay, we could take a dame, or we could take a buffing capsule. We only have 2 diamonds. Let's take a buffing capsule. Yeah, a big hit, excellent. That should definitely help us make our next rent payment. Only 66 though. Red pepper. Okay, 70 on that one, that's good. Let's not take another cheese. Let's skip this. Only 42 on that one, so we need 25 in this one. Let's take another milk. Okay, excellent hits there by the geologists. And we made our rent payment with 23 left over, so we're scaling at pretty much exactly the same rate as rent. I don't want any of them. Let's take a silver arrow, and let's take treasure map. Grey pepper will probably work out better in the end. Okay, excellent. Many things were destroyed there. 100 spin, no problem. I'll take another golem, and we're well on the way. We only need 50 now per spin. Okay, let's take another void creature, I guess. And here we could take another cat to really boost up our luck. If we didn't have the cows, I would say perhaps we have too many cats. They are only worth 1. We're really hoping that the luck they give us will outweigh the fact they're only worth 1. It'd be great to get like one of the cat related, the one that doubles. the doubles the amount cats give would be great, or even the one that gives one more, just bringing up the average. Frozen fossil, I'll take it. Okay, I haven't looked at red payment lately, but we are doing okay. Let's remove capsule. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take hexes and remove them. Let's pay up. So 120 left over after the 575 rent payment. So we are scaling faster than rent, which is great. At this stage, rent doesn't scale very much. 625 due in 9 spins, so we need about 70 per spin. If we can make this one, we should be fine until the end of the game. King Midas. So there's something that eats apples. Where is this frozen fossil? No, let's re-roll again. Joker, King Midas. No, bartender or wolf. No. What is it that eats apples? One of the new symbols eats apples. Or something's changed so it eats apples. Robin Hood. Robin Hood eats apples. Let's take it. Let's take capsule machine. That's great. Removal capsules now will be much better. Okay, let's take a Matryoshka doll, as it is on a timer. Okay, we're not quite getting enough. We have way too many in the pool. Okay, what are these? These are worth 2 per spin. This is worth 2 per spin. This is only worth 1.5. So let's take out our owls. That will also give us 6 for every owl we take out. Crabs, I think, are probably... Oh, let's take out our flower as well. And we'll hopefully... That's a great hit on our silver arrow. Great hit. Do we have any cheese left? We don't, so let's skip that. Matryoshka doll is starting to pay off. How are we doing? 5 spins to get 200, so we need about 40 per spin. That's okay. We're getting 50 per spin. Our first snail of the run. 5 every 3 spins, just under 2 per spin, so not fantastic. Let's take another golem. 50 per spin. We're a bit low, but we should be okay. I wouldn't mind a bit more removal. I'll take a lucky capsule though. That's great. Great when the 2 geologists both eat the same thing. Okay, we made the 700 red payment with 75 left over. So 675 now due in 10 spins. So we only need 60 per spin. So it should be okay. We don't want any of these, and we don't want Zarf's contract. Tax evasion though is good for us. They make crows not quite so bad. Along with magpies, they affect magpies quite a lot as well, I think. Yes, magpies are now worth over 2. Actually, our magpie is worth 3 each now. We don't want any of these. The geologists are having a fine day. Okay, 80 per spin. That's doing great. Let's take a hexatedium just so we can remove it. I swear that error comes up every time I'm playing this. I must look into it at some stage. So this is worth almost 2 and this is worth exactly 2. So the turtle is better. Matryoshka doll is breaking. We could take a cultist for our frozen fossil. But I think a buffing capsule, just to ensure that we make rent, is probably a more intelligent play. Great hit there on the buffing capsule. Let's skip all of these. And let's skip. Let's take an ore for the geologist. Excellent. Oh, we got a diamond. Actually, because our luck is so high with all our cats, there's a higher chance that the ore will break into something good like diamonds, rubies, emeralds, which, unless it's a diamond, isn't great because rubies and emeralds can't be eaten by the geologist. But I have been told anyway that what the ore breaks into and what seeds grow into is affected by your luck, by your, yeah, this kind of thing, how likely you are to find rare, uncommon and very rare symbols. So yeah, piece of trivia there about the game. I'm not stating 100% that that's right, that's just what I've been told. Okay, we have two choices here. Let's take a Matryoshka doll over the snail. And we are clearly making rent. Let's take another snail. We could do with some kind of buffing removal capsule or something, but we made the 675 rent payment with 300 left over. 777 now due in 10 spins. Okay, we don't want any of these. I'll take a second frozen fossil and I'll take Pizza the Cat. And let's remove our hex of tedium. And look at that, these should both break next turn. Oh no, this is on 15, okay. Let's take Highlander and let's remove, what's our worst? These are worth 2, these are now worth 3, so they're better. I think crabs are next. Oh, this is, yeah, let's remove the crabs. I've kind of been keeping them in the hope that we might find a diver, but no such luck. Okay, let's skip this. $100 per spin, we're doing all right. Let's take a buffing capsule. Oh, that'll multiply everything by 4, so we get a giant geologist. Let's take a item capsule. Let's take a sloth due to the challenge. And we've already won, we've already made the rent payment, so I guess there's nothing left to do but play it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. This turned out to be one of the, well, turned out well. We managed to win it, which is, so I think we are now at about a 50% win rate for our challenges. We've won 2 and we've lost 2. If you have any more challenges you want to see, please let me know. Just stick them in the comments and I'll add them to the list and we'll get around to them eventually. So we made, this is the last rent payment and we've won, and this time your landlord was sent to the guillotine. The item that I was clearly hoping to get when I first took the billionaire, but unfortunately we didn't. So he stuck around in our deck for a bit, probably a bit too long, but it all worked out in the end. Our final deck, we ended up with a reasonable assortment of creatures. Obviously getting an early enough checkered flag was quite good. This was possibly not worth picking up at this stage. We might have been better off keeping the space for more things for the geologist. This one obviously didn't pay out at all. If we decided to go endless, I think these ones are probably the easiest to grow, as they don't need to eat anything, they just need to be removed. So towards the end you could have 25 of these. You could just take a symbol and immediately remove it using a removal capsule and they'd all grow. It's bananas, completely broken once you get to that stage. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching the challenge. I definitely, a very enjoyable challenge. We had a few hairy moments, but all in all, smooth enough, particularly as far as challenges go. Got it on the first go. We'll be back tomorrow doing a regular floor 9 run. So I hope to see you guys again for that one. If you want to be notified every time we get a video, please subscribe. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and thanks again to Matt for sending in the challenge, and we shall see you in the next one. Until then guys, cheers for now.